Hey, we do have a special guest. It's not like we got company because, this is my brother in this Cowboy content space, man. My boy Jay Took reporting live from Dallas. How you doing, boy?
Yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on, Henny, bro? Thanks for having me on, man. Cowboys Nation, I'm in the building. So I had to get down here early because there's a snowstorm headed Kansas City's way, man. So I had to hurry up and get down here early because I wasn't going to risk the opportunity to get snowed down in Kansas City and be stuck. So I had to get on here early, man. But I'm here in Dallas at my mom's crib and locking on this film, getting prepared for his playoff matchup versus Green Bay Packers. Bro, I'm on 10. Like I always tell people, playoff tuck is different, man. I ain't did all the work. I ain't did all the conversation. It's lock and load time. It's time to go represent these Cowboys.
Man, I know that's right, man. So, hey, everybody out there, man. Y'all know the usual rules and regulations when you tap in with your independent content creators. If you're over here in the liquor store with me, if you're over there on Tuck Stream at CFO, make sure y'all hit the like button, man. That's the way that we manipulate the algorithm. That's the way that these platforms promote the content. So if you want to see us continue to do good things, continue to grow, and continue to flourish, hit those like buttons on both channels, man. Then y'all make sure that y'all share. Everybody in the liquor store know that we practice manifestation. We're trying to manifest that sixth title for the Dallas Cowboys. So what I need y'all to do is to share the content 6 times. I need to share the content 6 times. I need you to drop 6 emojis like my boy Dan Burke just did. He dropped 6 footballs. So we finna ball out 6 times on the Packers come Sunday, man. So hey, make sure y'all share the content. Make sure y'all drop those emojis and help us. Y'all know that the Cowboys need all the positive energy and all the good luck in the world, man. We need somebody. We need folks to drop picks. We need folks to some lucky bounces. We need to get the calls in our favor. We want all that. So if you want to help us manifest, share the content, drop those 6s, man. Yeah, 6 rings for a 3-4 Cowboy. I see you.
6.
And then the most important thing, I need y'all to slap the shit out of Packers fan, man. So hey, listen. A lot of time when I tell folks to do that, it's a fan base of a team that ain't got no fans. Like I don't know no Panthers fans. I don't know no Commanders fans no more, unless they in their 40s and 50s. They remember the glory days.
Right.
But there's Packer fans running around like cockroaches. So you can find you one to lay hands on.
You can find one, yeah. I saw a few in the airport already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be the bully and flick the little cheese hat off their head. You know what I'm saying? Show me the locker.
Hey, man, facts. But if you are able to find one, slap them up, man. I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Cowboy Readers, Tuck's favorite.
Yeah.
We got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Henny the Moore, and come get drunk in the liquor store. Hold on, my boy Corey Vaughn came in shooting with the $5 super. He said, I'm in Wisconsin. I'm going to a local spot to watch the game, Cowboy gear down. So my boy gonna be out there in Wisconsin, set tripping in the blue. So let's get it, man. Hey, that's how we doing it.
Right. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I've been preaching on my channel and my community. Listen, y'all, we didn't did everything that we needed to do. We didn't broke down all the film. We didn't went through it. Now it's time to just be a Cowboys fan and rep your team. Just like Henny just said, we need to manifest. You know what I'm saying? So, could this be No, we don't need none of that, man. Get behind our team. Let's rally. If you're at the stadium, go crazy. Wear white. Y'all need to spread the news. Wear white to the game, y'all. Because there's people on Twitter, we kind of got it. There might be people on Facebook and Instagram. They not going to get the message. They're going to show up in their navy blue, looking out of place. So listen, everyone show up in white. And when you at the stadium, whether you at home, whether you in South Africa, I do not care. Represent your team, man, because it's go time. It's go time. Like me personally, this is personal for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there in San Francisco, walking out of Levi Stadium in that cold weather. Me and my guy West Coast with our head down. And that's why I went so hard for the draft. You know what I'm saying? So I still have that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I wasn't out on the field, but I had that feeling like, man, this hurts because I really felt like we should have beat that team. We should have won that game, right? So I've been waiting for this moment, y'all, to get back to playoff football. We are finally here. Like I said on my Twitter earlier, bro, I was at the stadium. I wouldn't took a lap around the stadium all. But it was saying like, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just speed up. You know what I'm saying? But it's go time.
Man, you ain't lied right there, man. So Tuck, let me ask you, because I done asked everybody else and their mama so far. I done asked Boss, I done asked Wes, I done asked Landlord. What is the primary thing that you believe personally we need to do to win this football game?
Execute.
Execution.
Just execute. Simply execute, right? If we go out there and play our caliber and our championship standard of football, this it should be an easy game. You know what I'm saying? It should be an easy game. But this is a game, y'all. If you let them kind of hang around and in the fourth quarter, they're only down by 3, you let them build that confidence, this team can really get scary. This is a team you can go out there, get out the gate with them, execute, don't have these stupid penalties. Now, the one thing I talked about on Twitter, when you look at the Green Bay Packers, they're penalized just as much as us because they're a young team. So they have some stupid mistakes as well, right? But it's time for us. We're the veteran team. We got the veteran quarterback. We got the veteran offensive line. We got the veteran wide receivers and defense. Like, we got the corners. Like, it's really time to go out there and show that separation. So if we go out there and execute and stick to our game plan and do what we've done to get us to this point, we should be able to handle this game perfectly fine. So that's my number one thing is execution.
Hey, that is very true though. You know, like, and I don't know games weren't played on paper, but if you go top to bottom, roster, player for player, even coach for coach, we got everything over these boys. But
Right.
before I dive too far into that, let me get these 2 supers real quick. Salute to Corey Vaughn for another $5 super. He said, hopefully my white jersey the West Coast sent makes it to my hotel before a game day. Hey, salute to West Coast. If y'all need y'all jersey, tap in with my cuz. He got you. And then Neil, the serial slapper in the building, he said he slapped the cheese off the teeth of 98 Packers fans before checking in. Henny
There
instant
you
stuff.
go.
Hey,
There
my
you
boy,
go.
he be doing the Lord's work, man. Neil, the serial slapper, is always laying hands to faces in the liquor store. We do appreciate him for that.
Facts.
But
Facts.
hey, but realistically though, man, like you are a 12-5 team. You're the 2 seed in the National Football League. You got the same record as the San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
You got the same record, you know, as supposedly the best team in the National Football League. There's a 1 game difference in between what you and Baltimore did. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have had a 17 game sample size of the kind of caliber team that you are. So, you know, my thing is, I think it's probably more so it's the playoffs why everybody is concerned, clutching pearls. They see the Packer logo, and they see it's a playoff game.
Right.
If it was a regular season game, week 6, Dallas Cowboys inviting in this young upstart team,
Right.
we'd probably be 13-point favorites. They probably
Right.
look at this line like, shit, they gonna handle them.
Right. Yeah. And if it was week 7, yeah, nobody would care about that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think a lot of people just got to get rid of those playoff phobias. At the end of the day, Cowboys Nation, everybody's having those same type of fears and same concerns, right? You look at what's going on with Detroit, right? Detroit right now is the number 3 seed. They are panicking about having the Rams come to Detroit. You know, I talked to a friend of mine who was a Detroit Lions reporter, and she was like, we were talking, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes. And I was like, why do y'all care that y'all lost that game so bad? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all acting like it was the end of y'all season. She's like, we did not want to play Matt Stafford at home. And I was like, y'all scared. So they're the number 3 seed, and they're afraid of the Rams coming to town, right? So everyone has these same type of nerves because we all know if you lose, you can go home, right? We just watched the college football playoffs. There was Michigan fans concerned about playing Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. But at the end of the day, we have to know who we are and know this team, y'all. And just like Henny said, there's no more excuses, y'all. And I love all the players. They rock with me. You know what I'm saying? I have fun with them. Great guys. There's no more excuses. You have everything. You got your quarterback. You got your wide receiver. Knock on wood, offensive line should be healthy. You know what I'm saying? You got your defensive line. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your coach. You got rid of Kellen Moore. You got Dan Quinn, who's a hot hire that everyone's wanting to interview. Like, all the pieces. We got Jimmy Johnson, the Ring of Honor. It's time to go out there and just handle business, right? And handle everything that's in front of them. And from a Cowboys fan standpoint, y'all, 4 games to get behind this team and give it everything you got, y'all. Give it everything you got. I don't care about who's going to be here next year or all-season contracts. We'll get to all that, right? We'll get to all that later. Right now, 4 games, Cowboys Nation. And if you really sleep, eat, bleed this Dallas Cowboys blue and silver, give it all you got and get behind this team. Let's go get this 6th ring.
Man, real talk, because I ain't gonna hold you. You know, like I love this team. Like same thing you're saying. I love this team. I love the players. I got a lot of respect for Big Mike McCarthy. I even believe that he gets a whole lot of unfair criticism that he's not deserving of. But I swear to Almighty God, if they lose this game, like I'm going nuclear. Like I might personally drive down to Dallas and walk and walk Mike McCarthy out the door my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
I get it.
yeah,
I get it.
I mean, like this is a historical L. Like I don't want to be the first team ever to lose to a 7 seed.
Right.
I could never live that shit down. I've been talking crazy all goddamn year.
Yeah.
I can never live that down. So
well, I don't
believe it'll happen though.
I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan, so I've been rocked by a number 8 seed in the first round. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've had a lot worse. But yeah, I agree. Like I said, everything is lined properly for the Dallas Cowboys to go out there and handle business. And I posted a stat a second ago on Twitter, right? When it comes to Mike McCarthy, he's first when it comes to his offense and 10-play drives at 47, first in points per game, 29.9, and fifth in yards per game, right? So Mike McCarthy has done everything you could ask for him to do thus far, right? 3 consecutive playoff years, 12-5, like, offense is kind of humming. He's in sync with Dak Prescott. He's done everything that we've asked him to do. There's just one thing left, bro, and that's just go get it for us. Just go get it for us. And I get you, Henny. And the only reason I'll probably jump on board with you is if Mike McCarthy pulls a boneheaded decision that cost his team. And I mean, I was at the game versus Detroit when whoever it was, and Dak said it was on him. Whoever it was, when they threw that ball in the fourth quarter and left all that time on the clock, I became unglued. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be smarter than that. So hopefully that Mike McCarthy just not appear on Sunday. Just go out there, execute, and I think he's going to do it.
I mean, I got all the faith in the world of them winning this game. Like, I'm gonna just be very transparent. I said the Dallas Cowboys will win or they'll win. Like, it's either gonna be a game. My initial score, we play Dallas Cowboy football was 42-21. Like, and even if we don't do that, if we got to win on a last-second field goal, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys will win the football game because I just think we're a superior team. Right, we pointed out, all the good things Mike McCarthy's done for this offense. Like this is we just seen the best level of CeeDee Lamb this year. You know what I'm saying? Like he looks like Devontae Adams did in Green Bay. Right. So we seen Dak Prescott, who should be MVP, but he's going to get hold. But we seen some of the best football from our offense. Like there was a section of our fan base that our offense would not be explosive this year.
Yeah, where they at? They're quiet.
Yeah, they're very quiet. And listen, like they're even better than advertised. Cause think about it, there was like a fourth of the season where they didn't know what they wanted to do. Right. And then they just went on a run. So just imagine that we were firing on all cylinders. Starting just coming out the gate. But in regards to this team, the Packers, though, man, like I got like 5 things I want to run through you that I think will lead to an outright win for the Cowboys. Hey, salute to Dan Burt for the $10 super. He said, appreciate you. Go Cowboys. Thank you for the love, my brother. First and foremost, my first thing, win on first down, right? Because this is a team that does have a plethora of running backs. I like Aaron Jones. We know that he's a Dallas Cowboy killer over the course of his career. I like Dylan as well, big physical runner. Not sure if he'll actually be able to play because he didn't practice today. But the primary thing to do with a team like that is to make running the ball look less desirable. If you win on first down against a team and it's 2nd and 9, it's 2nd and 11 because you had a loss, they're probably not going to turn right back around and hand the ball off again, right? The only place that I think that we're really susceptible, because I think that we match up pretty decently in the back end against their wide receivers, them not having a marquee guy. The only place that I think we're susceptible against them is possibly in the run game. And given the nature of our offense with our ability to score points, if we do win on first down, I think that we can coax them into not being so run heavy. But I also believe that Dan Quinn has to do a better job of matching personnel. We heard from Josh Allen after the Buffalo game. He said it was never their intent to run the football the amount of times that they ran the football. He said they just saw that they continued to match their 22 personnel and 12 personnel look with standard nickel and dime, so they just took advantage of it. So match personnel and win on first down. So I'm just going to ask you: do you agree with that one particular point before we go to the next one?
Yeah, 1,000%. And when you come to personnel, I think that the Packers from 11 personnel, which is, one tight end says like 64%, and then 12 was like 30 some percent. And so they
Mm-hmm.
primarily don't do a lot of 21 two-back systems. Now, here's the thing, like you said, versus Buffalo, because Buffalo was the same way. If they do decide to go with that approach, you have to have something in your back pocket, Dan Quinn, to adjust. Don't just sit there and let us bleed out, right? But I agree. And I think that, what I've been kind of preaching in my community is like, when it comes to our defense, you got to eat your dinner first before you can get to dessert. And that's stopping the run. You know what I'm saying? So I
Thanks.
think sometimes our defense gets so caught up in pass rushing and pressure and all, and they're going kamikaze, getting upfield. No, go out there, stop the run, and get them behind the chains. And then that's when we can go out there and feast versus, this Green Bay Packer offense. Because like you said, they got some wide receivers. We know Christian Watson can be explosive, but they don't have that guy. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the CeeDee Lamb. They don't have, the AJ Browns and the Tyree. They don't have that guy. They got a guy. So they got a few guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be very important. But then also when you watch the Green Bay Packers, and I mean, kind of calling this offense like the fake Gucci belt version of the 49ers, right? Because they kind of came from that same tree. Because remember, Matt LaFleur was the quarterback coach under Dan Quinn, and he also had Kyle Shanahan. So, it's going to be important for Dan Quinn to, all right, Mr. Miyagi, it's time to get the best of Danielson, because typically when you see someone kind of came under that umbrella, kind of familiar with them, they kind of get the best of. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be important for him to get the best of Matt LaFleur, but they use a lot of pre-snap motion. I think they're 7th in the NFL with pre-snap motion, like at 43% or so, give or take like that. So it's going to be communication, because they have a lot of pre-snap motions, but then they'll do a second motion, right? So they have some dummy motions to kind of get you moving and shifting. So communication is going to be important. And if you go back to last year, a lot of people say, Cowboys lost to Green Bay Packers. One, that was Aaron Rodgers, right? But also remember, even though, Anthony Brown was out there getting dunked on, and then you had Kelvin Joseph get subbed in, and Aaron Rodgers said, you know what, we got, a mouse in the house, and kind of picked on him, right? So I feel like the IQ of our back end or our secondary is vastly improved compared to what we had last year. So they'll be able to be more in sync, and then that will allow you to get pressure on Jordan Love, because if you make Jordan Love flush out that pocket, he gets a little rattled, and that's going to be the perfect opportunity to go out there and make things happen.
Hey, so I don't even have to ask you agree with the second one, because the second one was eye discipline, and we were going to talk about the motion. And yeah, they use a ton of motion. You are right. The exact number is 41.8% motion rate, which is the 7th most, as you mentioned. And you also gotta be aware of the wide receiver run game, because Jalen Reed does have like 119 rushing yards on the season, a couple scores on the ground. Our boy CeeDee Lamb has 113. So they will hand him the ball on a jet motion. And he does have some good speed. I don't think he's a 4.3 guy, but I think he's like 4.4. Nice game speed, if anything. So you do have to be aware of that. So we both agree on eye discipline. You do have to handle that motion, read your keys, and not overreact to it. So I think we both agree with 1 and 2. So let's move to number 3. All right. Number 3, keys to victory is attacking in the middle of the field. This is a team that struggles with. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. Like, if you look at the surface level numbers, like, they're the 12th best passing defense. They be getting dog walked by everybody. Like they give up over 100 passer rating to wide receivers. They have a horrible EPA in guarding tight ends. And when you look at their efficiency chart for defending the middle of the field, it's all red. That means danger. They're in danger whenever you throw over the middle of the field. Now, this is a team that runs a base defense of a 3-4. So they do got 4 linebackers on the field. But the 2 interior linebackers that they have, Walker and the other boy, I forget his name, they're horrible in coverage. They're absolutely horrible in coverage. So I believe that this is going to be a game where you can get Jake Ferguson lined up against them. It's going to get ugly. I think it'll get ugly for them, because I don't think they really have the ability to stop anything in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and I agree. And I've been calling this like the Burger King game, right? You can have it your way. Because not only can you air them out and attack in the middle of the field, especially in the seams, they run a lot of cover one and cover three, but also their run defense isn't the best. You know what I'm saying? So this is, I mean, you go back to last year, right? Because that was the Tony Pollard game where everyone thought we can just move on from Zeke, right? Versus Green Bay. So there's going to be opportunities with the run. So, I feel like on Sunday, honestly, it's going to be on the offense to go out there, get an early start, and really put this team to bed. You know what I'm saying? But if offense goes out there, let's say, for instance, we receive the ball first and then we get a three, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't get off to a slow start versus this team and let this young team start to build confidence. Go out there, drive it, score. And if we put them behind the eight ball, then that's going to really allow our defense to peel back their ears and go attack, like you said. When they run their base, you know what I'm saying? They're on the best linebackers, you know what I'm saying? They got, Quay Walker, you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's going to be some opportunities and to attack the middle of the field. So it's going to be the Jake Ferguson game. This is going to be the CD slant game, the Brandon Cooks, you know what I'm saying? And I've also been talking about highly about, I like what I saw versus the Commanders is that when you start getting Jalen Tolbert, his confidence boosts a little bit because he's going to get some opportunities to make plays. And thus far, when his number has been called, he stepped up and made a play. So I feel like it's where our wide receivers intact, we should be able to handle this defense, solely. The most important thing is they rush a lot with either three-man pressure or four-man pressure. So offensive line, he's got to play well. You know what I'm saying? Offensive line got to protect Dak. If you let them get pressure with four-man or three-man rush, they can drop back in 7, drop back in 8, and keep everything in front. So now I think it's going to be important for our offensive line to win the battle in the trenches, and I feel like they can definitely do it.
Completely agree. Do not disagree with a singular point that you made. So my next key. So we went through the first three. So this is my fourth one. Limit the explosive plays because pretty much the reason I say this, if you look, they're not a great red zone team. Right, if you look, they're in the bottom percentile of red zone offense. They're only scoring touchdowns in the red zone 51.5% of the time. That's 19th best in the National Football League. For comparison, the Dallas Cowboys, who struggled for like half a season with red zone efficiency, we're up at 56%. So we're even with having like half a season of not knowing how to get in the end zone, the Cowboys are still better than them. So that should tell you all you need to know. So like you said, they live and die with these wide receivers on the outside. They don't tend to get a bunch of production, and like you said, they're a young team. Like I would rather them try and drive the length of the field, go on a 13 play, 14 play drive, get down to the red zone and bog down, than to let them get these big 20, 30-yard chunks. So
Right.
I don't think they can do it because, like you said, they're young. They're a heavily penalized team. It's going to be a hostile environment. So I expect for them to make mistakes.
Yeah, and I think the key, especially for our secondary in the back end, right, is post snap confusion with Jordan Love. Like even though he's kind of set under Aaron Rodgers for 2 to 3 years, right? This is kind of his first like big moment. So you got to make him feel like a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just give him simplified because my biggest frustration is like, all right, if we're not getting pressure, because he kind of gets the ball out quick, like in 2.67 seconds or something like that, right? But it's like if you're sitting back in the soft zone, giving all these cushions, well, hell, you and me can just sit back and just throw a quick out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to give them different looks. So maybe you play a little press zone a little bit, then maybe you bail, post snap. You got to mix up the bag when it comes to coverage. And I think that we can definitely do that, you know what I'm saying, with Jordan Love, because I don't think they even have a wide receiver that's cracked over 700. You got some guys that's like 690-ish with Dobbs and maybe Reed, you know what I'm saying? They don't have like that guy. So let's spread the ball around, right? So you got to be on your P's and Q's, but make it more complicated for him post snap because he's not at that level yet. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing full pure progressions right now. He's kind of a simple, quick throw. But what they will do, and I posted a clip on Twitter when it comes to the film breakdown, they'll work the jab a little bit, you know what I'm saying? The quick outs, you know what I'm saying? Quick slants, different things like that. And then they'll try to hit you with the deep crosser. And then they do have a Christian Watson, even though he's nicked up a little bit. He's a speed guy. He can also go up and get it and just make a play. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they'll try to do is work the jab underneath. And then here comes the big explosive play. So you definitely got to be aware of that.
Well, in my opinion, man, the Dallas Cowboys will probably stick to their guns. We do bring 5, the second most of any team in the National Football League. We bring at least a 5-man pressure 27% of the time. So I don't think Dan Quinn is going to let him get comfortable. I believe that he'll throw everything but the kitchen sink at this young man and to keep him honest. And like I don't know if their offensive line can really hold up in the passing game with what they have right now. Because man, their center. I tried not to be that person to say that a professional athlete sucks. He's not great, or he's not playing great right now. He's giving up 5 sacks. And that's hard to do at the center position. Like you don't tend to see such a thing from an interior guy. And you usually have help in the form of the left or the right guard. So to give up 5 sacks as a center, that's sort of crazy. And then we all know that Bakhtiari, their left tackle, he's great. He's not playing. Like I think he's been on IR all year. The guy that's playing for him was a former 7th-round pick. So I'm not sure if he can hang with a Micah Parsons, because the last time he played somebody of a similar ilk, he played T.J. Watt. He gave up a sack. He gave up all kinds of pressures. He had a long day.
Aiden Hutchinson too. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah. I think he had Detroit had like 5 sacks or something like that. Like, yeah. So it's like, yeah, there's going to be some opportunity. And that's the one thing is like, I don't want to say, because they played some fronts, right? You mentioned T.J. Watt, what I'm saying? They also played Detroit. But I feel like what the Cowboys have defensive across the line is something they haven't seen. And when you watch their tackles, left tackle and right tackle, like Henny just said, what they're really, open for is the bull rush. Like their tackles get bull rush into Jordan Love's lap. You know what I'm saying? So if you have that, but also have a center where we can get interior pressure, you're able to wall him in. Like I said, if you flush Jordan Love outside the pocket, then that's when the fun starts, right? So it's like, I think the defensive front is going to have a lot of opportunity on Sunday. But like I said, you got to eat your dinner first. You got to eat your vegetables. You got to eat all that before you get to dessert, because you let them sit back and kind of cherry pick with Aaron Jones. And even though Dylan's a little bit nicked up, and kind of keep them ahead of the chains and simplify things, it can make it a long game. So now you want to go out there, stop the run, put them behind the chains, and then go feast on this offensive line.
Facts. Hey, listen, you ain't told no lie yet, man. You ain't told no lie.
I'm in mode, man. I was talking to my guy Rome, Cowboys fan, talking DMV. Like, bro, what are you doing? I was like, bro, I've been in the lab studying. I'm studying this team like I'm putting on my helmet. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people like Tuck. I'm playing on damn that, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that at least I can say I did everything that I could do. You know what I'm saying? Like. And I think that's where us content creators are really important, right? So it's like there won't be no surprises. You know what I'm saying? If we say, hey, we must stop the run to win this game, defensively, and we don't go out there and stop the run, y'all can't be mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? we told y'all, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. It's like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm refused to walk out that stadium Sunday saying, damn, Tuck, you could have did more. Maybe if you would have said this a little bit louder, could have helped. So that's where I'm at, man. So I'm locked in. I got notes, and you know what I'm saying, all sorts of stuff, man. It's the power of the community, because we want to make sure our fan base is educated before we go into Sunday's match. Because granted, I want to say, listen, you want to be confident in your team, you want to represent your team, but my moniker is we will respect our opponents, but we're not going to fear nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm locking in on them just like we play in Philly. Like, and I think that's where I kind of see things differently, because I'm at the games, right? And I kind of know the temperament of Cowboys fans. And what I mean by that, if it's not a hostile game or a big marquee game, Cowboys fans are kind of just like, it's just the Packers, man. Everyone like, nah, bro. I need y'all locked in and loaded at the stadium like it's Philly, like it's San Francisco coming to town. Because you look at it, prices are dropping. Like, you can go to the game for like $54 right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dropping. So I'm like, why is it playoff game? Home with a number 2 seed, like, you know what I'm saying? What's really going on? But I see a lot of Cowboys fans like, oh, I'll be there next week. Like, if we don't win Sunday, there ain't no next week. Like, damn all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we locked in on Sunday, bro. We'll get to next week. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of Cowboys fans are trying to look past this game and thinking about San Francisco. Like, nah, lock in on Green Bay. Go out there, like I said, y'all represent, and let's hold down the fort.
I mean, folks cannot look forward to San Francisco when there's no guarantee that San Francisco won't get upset. You
Right.
can't worry about a fight that may not ever come.
It ever happened, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that can happen on Saturday and Sunday that can change the course of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let all that play out. Our main focus is just winning and advancing. You know, I'm a huge college basketball fan. At the end of the day, I'm getting caught. I just want my team to advance. Whether it's a buzzer beater or we win by 4, just win in advance and live to go to another round. Like I said, 4 games, y'all. So don't be, an NFC championship. Nah, bro. We focus on this wild card matchup versus the Green Bay Packers.
Facts, and more facts, man. Because at the end of the day,
well, I'm also going to remind y'all. Remember a game, right? And I was there. Remember a game in 2021 where it's the Denver Broncos. They ain't won no game. You know what I'm saying? It was a noon game. And everyone kind of came like, oh, we're going to blow out the Broncos. We know whenever a team plays the Cowboys, y'all, magnify what they do worse by 12 because they're going to be on 10. You know what I'm saying? We can say, hey, they don't get no pressure, but they're going to be out there like dogs out there trying to get, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone takes it up another level just because the Dallas Cowboys and it's also playoffs, y'all. So, don't take anything on paper. It's like, okay, we're good. We ain't got nothing to worry about. No, we got to go out there and handle business and execute. Because like I said, if you let this team hang around,
That's very true. And hey, man, I just want everybody to remember, man, like those get right games were the regular season. Like you had 17 games to worry about style points, to worry about everything else. The regular season are 17 opportunities to improve your team and to improve your standing for the postseason. All that shit is behind us. So just win. Just win, baby, win in the word of Al Davis, man. Because hell, nobody's gonna care. Nobody gonna care about a beautiful L.
Right. Yeah. I can care less whether we cover, don't cover. Just get a damn win. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like Micah Parsons even said this, like the learning. Okay, we're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. Like all that's out the window, bro. This is final exam time, and I've been trying to preach that on my channel as well. Like we did all the practice quizzes. We didn't prepare for the speed demons in Miami. We didn't prepare for the run, game in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the defense of, Seattle. Like we didn't see all the quizzes. It's final exam time, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't we'll learn from it, you know what I'm saying? Or we'll get it, we'll be back next. Like, I'm not doing all that, bro. It's go out there and handle business.
Man, I completely agree with you. And matter of fact, while you here, let me just pull up this injury report real quick. I know it's small as hell. I'm not gonna ask you to read it. But I'm gonna pull it up because there is some interesting developments right now. So Jaire Alexander suffered a fluke injury in practice today. Forget what actually happened. I think he might have rolled his ankle or something with his knee. Either way it goes, he got demoted to a did not participate, meaning it probably might have been something a little severe. And listen, this is already a defense that I'm not looking at as being a great pass defense. Like they already struggle with him. So I don't want you to explain in full detail how big of a blow that would be for the Green Bay Packers if Jaire Alexander could not play for them.
Yeah, it's massive, right? Because I talked to one of my friends who's a Packers reporter, and the plan is for Jaire to shadow CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? Because that's their top corner, right? So it's like if he's out, I mean, it's gonna be somebody. They really ain't got nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And he's been kind of limited this season, even though he got his big contract. So it's like, if he can't give it a go, that just opens up things even more for our offense and shifts things slightly in our favor. So we'll see tomorrow for the final injury report, but that could be a huge blow to their defense and their secondary if Jaire's not able to go.
Yeah, I agree. And listen, like you said, Jaire Alexander this year has not played like Jaire Alexander anyway. And if you remember the game from last year, CeeDee Lamb got the better of Jaire in that matchup.
Right.
So it was like you said, and listen, they are a team that played primarily single high look, so they were planning to play more cover one. I feel like that plays into our hands too, because if you're gonna man up Jaire Alexander, that means you got to man up everybody else as well. So that means I can run rubs. I can do different things. I can motion my guy out, and you lose your leverage trying to follow him across the formation. So if they were going to do that anyway, and they were going to try to play primarily man coverage, I think that would work in the Dallas Cowboys' favor any damn way.
Yeah, I agree. And the one thing I like the most, y'all, about this team compared to this past teams, right? Because it's 4 years of Mike McCarthy. It's just the temperament with this team kind of feels different. You know what I'm saying? It's the mentality, because they've been there. You know what I'm saying? Because like for Cowboys fans, right? It was always peaks and valleys. Like 1 year we're in the playoffs and we lose, then we're down with the 4-win team. You know what I'm saying? And it was always like this. But now with some consistency. And so you can build off that experience that you have from the last 2 years of being in the playoffs. Remember how that felt. Remember how the winning felt. Remember like what you could have did better. So I think that's really going to help. And then I like where Dak Prescott mentioned today in an interview, he was talking about, him and Mike McCarthy meet on Thursdays for like 2.5 hours. And he's like, only like 30 minutes, maybe. It's just about football. The rest is about life. Talking about parenthood, being a father. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Dak really has that guy who's a football guy who believes in him and is going to encourage him to go out there and get his moment. You know what I'm saying? Like it just feels different, right? You don't have that middleman telling, like, nah, it's Mike McCarthy sitting across from you saying, nah, bro, this is what we gonna do. You don't like this play? All right, let's get this up out of there. What do you want to do? What you want to do? You want to get the ball first? Get the ball first. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's on Dak, and I think that's just gonna like put more emphasis and encourage him a little bit more to go out there and have that swagger, have that walk. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like last year versus San Fran was just like too tight. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it was like too tight. Like, what are we doing? Like, their secondary is limited. Go air them boys out. But this year it's like, all right, Dak, you are the man. You should be the MVP, like he said. Be riding off of you and go and see Lamb. Like, I feel like if we're gonna go out, y'all, I want it to be 30 targets of CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something like that. Like, I don't want another Amari Cooper game where it's like, man, we even get CeeDee Lamb involved. Like, nah, we're past all those learning phases. We know who we are. We know what we got to do. We know how this offense runs. Just go out there and execute.
I completely agree with you. Real quick, shout out to my boy Landlord from Alabama in the comments, man. Salute to you. Salute to my brother Boss Cowboy. I see you in here too, my guy. Thank y'all for the love. New media, showing love to new media. It's always a wonderful thing to see. Miss Patrice hit us with a $5 super. She said, y'all get the nation in order. Be loud and proud. Tuck, put your hat on and walk your walk and talk your talk.
I am. You know I am. The hat's over there. You know what I'm saying? Got me a new white jersey. You know what I'm saying? At the pro shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like first day of school. I already got my outfit laid out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if y'all can count on anybody being at that stadium repping, y'all know it's going to be me, man. So,
I mean, he always on a jumbotron, so he doing something right.
Right.
Man, let's see. Said Landlord was good. And I'm glad you talked about that too, man. Because Dak Prescott talked about Dak said he don't think he ever felt as confident in an offense as he does in this one. Mm-hmm. And really, I don't think that's lip service, man. Because you raised the point about Mike McCarthy actually empowering Dak Prescott. I know you heard the sounds for the sideline. He asked him even which way he wanted to go with the wind. He like, you go this way with the wind, you got to throw it high. You got to throw it high early. Or do you want to go back this way with the wind? And I don't think they were ever that kind of dynamic before with Kellen Moore, man. Because Kellen Moore was still cutting his teeth, so to speak. Man.
Like, he still is.
And Mike McCarthy is Mike McCarthy. Like, like people got to.
This is Joe Montana. This is Brett Favre. This is, you know what I'm saying? This
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people gave Aaron Rodgers all the credit for Mike McCarthy's success. Like, nah, bro. Like, he was in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? He was in San Francisco. Like, he's been around great quarterbacks, and that was always my biggest frustration. Like, you have a quarterback guy with this type of history and this type of IQ. I want him like this with my quarterback. I don't need no middleman. You know what I'm saying? But you never saw Dak and Mike McCarthy interacting. But now we see that. And what I think that you're seeing is we all kind of see, like, some people call it spicy Dak, right? I think that's Mike McCarthy. Like, nah, bro, go talk to me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you good. Like, don't, you ain't gotta go way overboard. You know what I'm saying? But you can kind of beat your chest a little bit and speak up. You don't have to walk this fine corporate line all the time. And that's Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy's Pittsburgh tough. It's straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't call it like I see it. And I always remember when we played against the Green Bay Packers, it was a game where Aaron Rodgers do a ball at Jordan Lewis, and Jordan Lewis made a play on it, right? And Aaron Rodgers like kind of slightly overthrew the back shoulder fade, just slightly off. They went right back to it and scored. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that from my quarterback. No, he can't guard you, bro. He can't guard you over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going right back at him. And like, I just think that temperament's going to get into Dak Prescott this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as we argue and have all these conversations about Dak, there's really nothing I can defend if he goes out there and lays an egg again. Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that's going to be the case. So,
I don't think it's gonna be the case either, man. And shout out to my boy Mr. Richburg for the $20 pair character, man. I appreciate you for the super sticker and helping pay bills in the liquor store, man. But yeah, man, like, you're right. If that were to happen, you know, if the offense came out, their plan was fugazi, obvious play design flaws, Dak Prescott not out there executing, I couldn't defend him or Big Mike, right? And that'd be the same thing with the defense. If you go out there, Dan, you get 40 ball, you might need to go ahead and take your ass to Seattle.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Because, like, you know, honestly, like, we got away with it, but we didn't get away with it versus Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's 2 games in a row where your quarterback has got you the lead, and you just needed one stop in the fourth quarter with, you know what I'm saying? And they allowed a full field drive, and luckily we got a stop versus Detroit. So it's like, yo, Dan Quinn, I don't know if you got interviews or whatever going on, lock in here on Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Lock in here on Dallas and get your team right, because there's been too many situations where it's like, all right, bro, I think for us, it's because we had such a bad defense in 2020. We kind of give Dan Quinn some passes, but sometimes you got to look at him like, all right, bro, what's really going on with these schemes? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. So, yeah, I 1,000% agree with you. We go out there and Dak is playing lights out. He puts up 38, but Green Bay puts up 40. Nah, yeah. Dan Quinn, we can get you packed. We can get you packed up. We can get you packed up real quick. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. And, you know, that was the scenario I told folks, you know, like, folks were like, well, if Mike McCarthy don't win, then he'll be gone. Like, nah, if Mike McCarthy does his job and somebody else doesn't, they're not going to crucify Mike McCarthy. Because one, you know, Wes said this as well. Like, Jerry Jones like box office. So, you know, if you lose in a shootout and there's fireworks and stuff, he gonna keep you around because you can put up the offensive numbers.
And how can you justify firing Mike McCarthy when he's done something Jason Garrett ain't never done? You know what I'm saying? You kept him for Denver. You know what I'm saying? So you kept him for 10 years, but you finally got a guy that can stack some playoff wins, and then he gets a first round loss, and now you want. But we're not even talking like that because that ain't gonna happen. But it's like you can't move on from Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? It would have to be something like where we just like, nah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have to be something bad. But like I said, he's done everything you can ask. He's shown consistency. I know there's rumors you'll hear like, oh, he's not a locker room guy. I'm not saying I'm an insider, y'all, but trust me, those players love Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? And because like I think what happened,
it's evident.
It's evident, right? And I think what happens, right? People will see Mike McCarthy, you know, after we beat Washington, and he'll give like his post-game speech with the cameras in there. Like, oh, he's bland. He's not a motivator. Like, that's the fake version. He's just giving y'all with these cameras around. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how he's really talking. So, like, from all the players who I kind of talk to, man, they like Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll play for him, they'll ride for him, but also I think this defense really likes Dan Quinn too as well. And I think that from the defensive standpoint and also offense, right? A lot of these players know this might be it for a lot of y'all here in Dallas. So if you really want to be something special, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all probably not going to be that. And I think Michael Parsons kind of alluded to that, right? So it's like Dan Quinn might be going. You got, you know, J. Ron, you know what I'm saying? All these players got these one-year deals get fade away. Go out there and make things happen and go out there and be legendary. You have everything you want right there in front of you.
Man, that's 100% correct. Hey, if it's got to be the last ride, man, we got to go out on top.
Right, yeah. Chicago Bulls style.
Mm-hmm. Facts, man. Hey, you took that right out my head, man. You took that shit right out my head. Hey, what's up with your landlord? I see you. So, I don't know if we ever had this conversation on the air before, but
Okay.
Danny Savage said, "I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be sad watching Dan Quinn and his unassigned DTs and linebackers. We have drafted 6 DTs in 3 drafts. Sad DT is sneaky knee. So reason I read that one, there were the reports about Maji Smith losing however amount of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I'm not there. It was reported by Brian Broaddus on his show.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good listen. Y'all guys time. I'll be listening to it on my way on to work sometimes. But what are your thoughts, man? Are you hearing anything about why he allegedly lost 40 pounds or what or what? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
So without saying too much, 'cause I asked about it, 'cause I was hearing too, because people were asking me in the chat, like, Mozzie's like 30 pounds. Like, bro, what kind of workout plan he's on? I need, you know what I'm saying? I need to get on that for the new year, new me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of spoke to some people, and he's a lot leaner. You know what I'm saying? So here's what I think that's happened. I think that Mozzie, and here's the thing, I said this all damn draft season. Like, we really we watched him versus Steve Avila from TCU and everything. I'm like, Mozzie has a slow get off. It's just all power. Like, he was just the biggest kid in school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if that's what they kind of preached him to kind of do to get a little bit leaner, to get him quicker off the ball. You know what I'm saying? But that takes away his whole impact, which is his size and his strength. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I definitely have talked to numerous people that says he's a lot smaller. Now, I can't say 30 pounds. Someone can give me a number, but it looks like a lot leaner. You know what I'm saying? And for some things that I've been hearing, they're saying like he's been down on himself about how he's been performing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's stress, maybe it's a multitude of different things, but I don't know. I was telling Cowboys fans you have to be patient with it, because the defensive tackles typically don't just jump off, especially a nose tackle. If you're gonna get that first year jump, it more like it's gonna be a 3 tech. You know what I'm saying? But overall, we got Hankins. And I feel like Mossy has done okay. Like if you slap a second round draft pick on Mozzie Smith, you're not really tripping. It's just because he went in the first round. At the end of the first round, Cowboys fans are kind of putting him under the microscope. Like, it's pretty much a second round pick. You know what I'm saying? So, but I have heard and kind of had some people who are kind of close to the situation say he's a lot smaller than when he came in. Now, maybe he came in out of shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, I don't know those type of things. You see what I'm saying? So, but
yeah, but
I'm try to chip 30 off of me. You know what I'm saying?
I need to lose at least 20 now. I don't
know about 30. I'll be hella frail. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to push me around. Give me a cool little 15, 20. You know what I'm saying? So
I probably think about 15. 15 sound like
yeah.
Right.
30. I'm like, damn, what's wrong with Tuck? You know what I'm saying? Like,
real talk. But you're not wrong, because like the sweet spot for the development of defensive tackles usually like 3 years.
Right.
We're really just now reaping the benefits of Osa Odigizua in year 3 of his development. So so, and you're probably right. But like, I think the Dallas Cowboys, just from history, I think we always expect a lot from our draft picks, because our draft picks usually come out the gate swinging. Like, we usually drafted Ezekiel Elliott, we get a Dak Prescott, we get a DeRon Bland out of nowhere. Oh my God, he got 5 picks already. Oh Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like Tyler Biadasz, he came in and he got some usage as a 4th round pick. So I just think the Dallas Cowboys, I'm not gonna call it spoiled, but I just think we're just used to our draft picks coming in and contributing, and that's not usually how it works.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you get, you know what I'm saying? Because look at what's going on in Philadelphia, right? They're looking at Jordan Davis sideline. He was drafted way ahead of Mozzie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, some of these guys, it takes time to develop. Some of these guys, you might not see the impact for another 3 to 4 years, right? So I was at the pro shop today, and honestly, I never knew they had an upstairs at the pro shop. So I went upstairs because, like, okay, like a clearance sale, and the whole upstairs was clearance, right? Like 50% off, 60% off. Well, guess whose jersey was lined up off the wall? It was Deuce Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? I was like 42. Like, what's the see if I can find like 40? All these Deuce jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like people expect this major impact, right? And it might take Deuce some time, or you might not even see Deuce, right? You know what I'm saying? Even with DeMarion Overshown, unfortunately, I feel like he was going to be the guy that was going to have the instant impact, like out the gate. You know what I'm saying? But you look at Luke Schoonmaker thus far, Not much, you know what I'm saying? We still run 11 personnel. We're still starting to see the hitter shot get those opportunities, even though Luke's out there blocking better. Um, Eric Scott, he ain't been active, you know
at
what I'm saying?
all.
Austin Richards, you know what I'm saying? They elevated Junior Fiocco and then put him back on, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this whole draft class, we just got to sit them to the side right now, y'all, but we'll get to them down the road. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to them down the road. But I think that Mosley's going to add some value, but I think this runs are going to be 1,000% Hankins and Osa.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. He said Schoon is good at blocking. Let him develop. He'll develop, but my issue with the Schoonmaker pick, and I know this entirely off subject.
Right.
Y'all sold me, all season that we already had two monsters at the tight end position.
Right.
They tried to sell me on Jake, who developed into a top 10 tight end. And Hendershot, he took a step back. I ain't gonna hold it. But they sold me on we were already set at tight end, and then they turned around and they drafted a tight end with a top 100 pick. So I think that's the only thing that rubbed me the wrong way, especially when at the end of the day, even with Peyton Hendershot taking a step back, Schoonmaker was still probably like the third most impressive tight end in the preseason because John Stevens Jr. was going crazy.
Right. You had John Stevens. You still had Sean McKean. I feel like you had a Luke Schoonmaker available. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, the Packers got a guy in Luke Musgrave. You know what I'm saying? That's out there. So, my thing with the Luke Schoonmaker pick, like I said, this is kind of off-season talk, right? He can develop, but what's he going to develop into? Because he wasn't a pass-catching tight end in Michigan. And also, he's the same age as me, y'all. So he ain't got, you know what I'm saying? He was 24, 25, you know what I'm saying? So, like, can you sit back for the next 3 years and wait for him to develop? He's going to be 30. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, but he's definitely giving value out there in the run game and also in pass pro. But, you could have got a blocking tight end,
out the street, probably.
Yeah,
if we're being honest, like the way that the modern NFL done moved, like it's down there a sin if you're a tight end and you're not a part of the pass game.
Right, and we running like 11 personnel, like almost 65% of the time anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we only running one tight end.
You don't even use it.
Yeah. So like, what's the? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I got suckered in thinking we about to get to this power run. That's why we went and got him. Because that's why I did the whole videos. I was trying to make sense of the pick. Like, okay, we're gonna get power. We're gonna do fullback. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do 22 personnel and go heavy. And I'm saying I don't see none of that, bro. But I think maybe that was the intent. And they kind of realized, nah, bro, this Texaco stuff that Henny and Jay Tuck and everyone talked about this all season, this tosses in the trash, bro, and let that go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah, because, hey, I ain't going to hold you. They still run some West Coast principles, but they take way more shots than in a traditional West Coast offense.
Right,
Like, they go vertical way more than a traditional West Coast offense.
Right. Yeah, using Tony Pollard in the screen game and the flat. They ain't doing none of that, bro. They just everything. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's a testament to Mike McCarthy to realize, all right, what we doing is not working. And if you go back and you look pre-San Francisco or even that San Francisco game, I felt like you nerfed that because we had all this conversation about interception, this, interception, that. So they kind of like try to babysit him a little bit more. Don't turn him to that guy in Philadelphia. He's not that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, don't make him a one-read quarterback. Let him cook. Let that man go out there and cook.
Hey, landlord asked what you know about the 4-2 toss.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. So, hey, all that stuff got cooked out the way, landlord. So, yeah.
Hey, if y'all don't know, the 4-2 toss is, you hand the ball to Tony Pollard and you throw him across the line of scrimmage. Not Tony Pollard, Deuce Vaughn. You meant that. Oh, okay. Yeah, you hand the ball to Deuce Vaughn, you just chunk his ass across the line of scrimmage, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
his little ass, like that probably go for a touchdown every play.
Right, yeah. So the tush push, man. You know what I'm saying? Have Mozzie just launch him up in the air. You know what I'm saying?
he gonna go about 20 yards.
Right. Yeah.
Iceberg Slim, man. He said CFO. Hold on, my stuff moving fast. He said CFO and Henny, don't be surprised if Dallas go get Kyle Pitts. I mean, man, I don't know if they would make a move for Kyle Pitts. I wouldn't mind Kyle Pitts coming over, but you already got a tight end that you're probably gonna have to pay after next season. You
Right,
know what I
right, right.
mean? Like, because Jake
Yeah,
Ferguson wasn't a first round pick. We already had his rookie year. This is sophomore year. He's gonna ball and be even better in this system next year, and then it's time to pay.
right. Yeah, because you got a first round price on Micah, and depends on what they decide to do with Trey Lance. You got a first round price on that. You
You
know what I'm
got to pay
saying?
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, then you got to pay Dak Prescott. I got to pay CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Decide what you're gonna do with Tyler Biotis.
Kyler B. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Deron Bland. So it's like I don't think they would go get a Kyle Pitts, and I feel like whoever Atlanta's gonna get, he gonna make that the number one priority and get Bijan, Pitts, and London the ball. So, but like I said, that's all she can talk about. You focus on that cheese. I want that cheese right now. Man. You know what I'm saying? I have the cheese.
Man, facts on top of facts. Hey man, I thought you had something to do with 720.
Yeah. I gotta jump probably like the next 2 minutes, man. Let me just make sure I gotta jump on this radio segment real quick, man. Let me see here. Let's see, send me a link. I should have my phone off. Yeah, I probably need to jump real quick. Yeah, but we can always get in tomorrow, bro. Like I said, I'm just here chilling. You know what I'm saying?
I don't go back to work until Wednesday. I made sure to take off win, lose, or draw. I'm jumping into content on their ass, so I'll be off till Wednesday. So if you want to talk again tomorrow, we can get it in, bro.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. And I might do something CFO gang, like I said, because I ain't doing nothing here at the crib. So I might do something where I might just stream all day and have content creators jump in and out the links. You know what I'm saying? If y'all free, so we might do something tomorrow, bro. So.
Hey, that sounds good to me, man. Hey, it's always a pleasure doing content with you,
bro.
Yeah,
man. Appreciate you, bro. We'll definitely link up, man. Thanks for all the support, man. Cowboys Nation, I appreciate all the birthday wishes yesterday, man. That meant more than I can ever know. Like I said, y'all, it's time to get behind our team and represent and go crazy. 4 games. Like my guy Dak said, he already got the Louis V on. He's already thinking about Vegas, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know what I'm saying, like,
they were mad. There was some broke folks mad as hell on Twitter about Dak Prescott coming. Like, that's the lamest thing. You just say you cannot avoid Louis Vuitton, my nigga.
Him wearing Louis V is like him wearing Louis V is like us going to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Whatever, bro.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, cause let them know where they can find you at, man. For everybody on my channel that don't know, they should know, but if they don't, let them know.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. You can find me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. That's Twitter, Instagram. I'm now moving on TikTok a lot more. So definitely follow me there. Then my YouTube channel is CFO Sports. Comment, like, subscribe, come over, man. We started sprinkling out some draft content. Like I said, we do a lot of film breakdowns, live shows, guests, and everything, man. So we're doing a lot of big things. And if you're in Dallas this Sunday, I will be at Texas Live with my guy Dez Bryant for the Big Dallas Tailgate. It's gonna be another movie as we get prepared to smoke on that Packers pack, man. So let's get ready.
Indeed, man. And hey, it's your boy Henny DeMoore reporting live from the liquor store. If you want to tap in with me, it's HTM Sports on YouTube. We're pushing to try to get to 2,000 subs. We're almost at 17. So hey, come show your boys some love. We'll be doing nothing but Cowboys content, bring you analytics and everything else under the sun. But hey, man, in the words of my brother West Coast Cowboy, never look down because the star is up. Peace, God bless, and we out this motherfucker.